well, that seems to be the problem here, to the security guard, and he starts telling him. And Patrick, who's had way too much to drink, goes, "Oh, what are you going to do then, shoot us?" And his policeman looks at him and he pulls out his gun.
Right, yeah, welcome MotorAlli here today with another drive with me, with my dad. Say hello.
Hi guys.
So, AO1. So what do you want us to talk about today?
What I want us to talk about. I don't care what you want to talk about.
Alright, let's do the days where you are on your ships.
Oh, right.
Doing up machines, making them bear money.
Doing up machines on ships. You're trying to get out every... Oh yeah, okay, alright. Let me think. Doing up machines on ships. Casino.
Pick up.
Let's go back to 1983, and I was in dry dock for a month in Newport News, Virginia. Dry dock is they take the ship into, as it says, dock, and they take water away so the ship sinks onto blocks, and then they can get it clean the barnacles off and everything. And in Newport News, Virginia, and what happens is typically everybody goes home, the casino staff, shop staff and all of that. Oh, shop staff reminds me, a friend of mine came out. But the casino technicians, aka me in this particular ship, it was the V&AM Holland America ship.
Yeah.
We have to stay on board. Back then the machines in particular, the slot machines were all electromechanical, so there's an awful lot of moving parts and grease and work to be done, preventative maintenance, PMing. So I had to stay on board, and there's certain issues you have with a dry dock, and that is they clean once they clean the cabins of the ships, they lock the door, because all the water, I don't know about now, but certainly then all the water in the toilets was seawater, so they were regurgitated from the sea when they're sailing. When you're in dry dock, there is no sea beneath you, so there's no water. So if you could find a cabin been left open, you'd run in and use the toilet before anybody else did, because you don't want your own cabin stinking all the time because you can't flush it. Right, I don't know if you want any of that. It's not a very nice part of the story.
I'm so confused.
Alright, so anyway, so I'm in dry dock having to repair the machines, and we're there for a whole month. And Newport News, Virginia is a big naval base, so security is tight. For instance, on one side of us is a thermonuclear missile bearing submarine, and on the other side is another submarine of the same class, and then there's cruisers and all that, and in the middle is us, this cruise ship. And so I'd work all day, and then we go out in the evening into Newport News and drink. Now, you could actually walk from the ship to the road. It would be about 300 yards, if that, but you weren't allowed to because of the security. You'd have to go and wait for a bus to drop you there, and then hand in you'd have a hard hat with your ID on the top, and you'd have to put it on a shelf, and then you're allowed out. And when you come back, you repeat the process. You weren't allowed to walk up and down because it's a naval base. So this guy came out to work on the shops called Patrick, who's a lifelong friend of mine now, and you may meet him one day. He's living in Australia now, and he used to work for the shops franchise on ferries. I think he was 21 when he came out, 20 or 21, and it was his first day out in America. He'd been working the ferries from Dover, France. So I'd not met him before, and he joined the ship, and I'm working there. I've got an assistant technician. So he said, yeah, you know, we're the only English lads on board. It's a Holland America ship, right? All the officers, it's 3 tiers of staff, okay? 3 tiers of workers, right? You've got your officers, they're all Dutch, Holland America. Then you've got your staff, that includes people like casinos, the shops, hairdressers, and they're from different, all over, right? Different places. But he was English, and I was English. And beneath that, you've got the crew. And the crew on Dutch ships back then were pretty much all either Filipino or Indonesian. So, and that, the crew would be everybody else. That would be, you know, the cleaners, the bar staff, the waiters, the chefs, the cabin stewards, engineers, maintenance people, like that, right, and not officers. So he's English, I'm English, and my guy's English. We're the only English on there, so we all go out for a pint one night. First night, introduce them to America and everything else like that. Catch the bus, get off, everything else, and we're drinking all night long, playing pool, having a good time. Yeah, we drunk a bit more than we should, but we're not drunk. But when we get back to the ship, when we get back to the port entrance to get on the little bus to take us the 300 yards we needed to go, I'm looking at all the hard hats are in a big rack. I can't find mine anywhere. And the guy driving the bus is hooting his horn saying, "Come on, I've got to get everybody going." And I said, "I can't see my hat." And then the guards have been alerted by him tooting, so they come over. And I thought, I'll just have to drag any old hat. So they're watching me, and then I pull out a hat and I put it on my head, and they stop me and say, "Hey, wait, where are you going?" I said, "I'm getting on the bus." "You work here?" "Yeah." "Okay, what's your name and what do you do?" And I'm looking at the guy, and he's looking at me, and he can see the ID on my hat, which I can't because I don't know whose hat I've taken. So I've gone, and I take my hat off and I turn it around and I go, "My name is Singwon Lee, I'm a chef." Right?
Oh,
and I put my hat back on and he goes, "No, I don't think so."
Oh,
right? And he says, "No, you're not getting on there. You know, where are you? You know, this is." So it's going south real quick. Patrick, of course, first day in the States, all he's ever seen is things like American TV cop shows and stuff. He gets out and and a police cruiser has now been alerted, and he's now drifting up with his lights going and everything else. And there's a big Barney going on, and I'm trying to explain it. So Patrick, these policemen get out and they go, "What seems to be the problem here?" to the security guard, and he starts telling him. Patrick, who's had way too much to drink, goes, "Oh, what are you going to do then? Shoot us?" And his policeman looks at him and he pulls out his gun. And so, I think there must be rules against that. I think he must probably have to write it up now for sure. And Patrick's face like, "Oh, you are going to shoot us." The guy's like, "If you want." Anyway, long story short, the other Indonesians and Filipinos on the bus, it holds about 30 odd people, seeing this going on and wanting to get back, they'd all come off and were looking, and one of them had found my hat. I said, "Here you are." I said, "Oh, that's me. I'm sorry I picked one up. Look, Magukin and Singwon Lee, you know, it's an easy mistake." And that was it. We got away with it. And here we are at Lance's. Hope that kept you entertained.
Right, thank you guys for watching this little drone. This will come out after we get my car fixed. Or what we're trying to do is get the bolt fixed. You would have seen that already. If it's fixed
one
by
that's
now.
stunk.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Let's go. Right, see ya. We'll paddle.